and then out of nowhere, there's some massive long-range areas as well. So we're gonna see kind of a chop between both MCW and also the rival 9. So we'll see how that turns out. But I tell you what, LAG kicking things off just south of the building as Tommy will get the little sneak through and gets that opening, well, not opening, the third kill.
There we go. Off to the races, these fine gentlemen go. The two boys, 2 and 2 on both sides of the spectrum. The marbles are all there for the taking to improve your position in the league. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, will probably be the most important pre-made match in the bronze we'll see so far. Hence the reason why we're watching it. And so far, Hyper, all we're seeing right now in the feed is yellow and onto the point.
Yeah, and it's just finally switched over for just a brief moment until once again, it's going to be a little contest and the yellow starts to flow back. The LAG, not the strongest start off the get-go, but they're finding something. They're finding a little bit of rhythm here, and give them a little bit of time, get them over to the second point, we might see things turn over.
Yeah, we certainly can see things turn over right now, but so far so good right now for the boys in yellow. Trophy is down. DeGraw will be checking door like he should be. Down in the bottom right below him is going to be some control, much needed at that, at secret. So right now, Manitoba, I mean, they've got a pretty decent setup right now. It's going to take a lot for a lag to get themselves right back and acclimate into the points because they're in a pretty dangerous position right now, Hyper. 30 seconds and counting, showing no sign of slowing down. This could be a near perfect hold, which is exactly what you don't want to see right now if you're a lag fan.
Yeah, but Manitoba, they've exposed themselves, and just when they did expose themselves, LAG are going, you know what? No, we don't really have the forces, we don't have the manpower to attack the second point. Let's go to next, let's get ourselves prepped and ready, and let's try and claw back the advantage that they have completely lost. And in doing so, it looks to be fairly well held as in comes the force of Manitoba. And no one's really claiming anything of this just yet.
I mean, honestly, Hyper, it's a battle of spawns at this point in time. When you go into this P3, you need to make sure that you win spawn because Jardingo can go ahead and get some kills. The Grok can assist him right in the back as well. But as long as spawns are in the favor of the boys in purple, they will just keep coming right out. And just as I say that, spawns have been won. Manitoba, this is a great position to be in. You've won spawns, you flipped them at that, and you've also padded yourself to 30 seconds of time to get to a point where now LAG or lag is sitting around scratching their heads left, not so sure what to do because they can either keep pushing with their life, risk losing spawns over at P4, or they can go ahead and give away this last 17 seconds of time, which will basically add more pain to the already gushing wound that we see reflected in the score.
Well, you send one player over to cover next point. That's exactly what you need to do. And
Heyo.
even though they threw the whole bodies at it, however you pronounce that name.
Xerxes, my friend.
Xerxes, where's the Z? He's going to do the job to put a little bit of damage, a little bit of time on the clock. However, they're sticking over to P4 and they're locking that down as well.
Oh, they're locking it down right now, Hyper. It's all yellow in the feed. As I said, this is nothing short of what we saw so far in that P1 hold. The boys in purple are able to get themselves acclimated onto the point, but whether or not if they were able to hold it has just been proven because Manitoba's here and here to keep that streak in their back pocket as long as they can. Penguin will be able to pick up one, but his trade will quickly go through as Spicy Penguin will continue to dominate from top AC, but eventually Hell will raise, Hot Lead will go on right to him, but he'll go ahead and play the smart strategy, not chow those last 10 seconds of time, and hopefully provide this advantage of this setup from behind Manitoba to the advantage of lag.
They keep rotating early, they keep giving the final scraps to Manitoba, and it's just lag just has nothing here. Nothing really to show because every time they get an opportunity, they get pushed off, they get broken, and Manitoba locks that down, making it almost impossible to get any time on point. And I'm gonna be real, lag needs to find some pace here because they keep getting caught out. Every brief moment of brilliance quickly gets wiped away.
I mean, the unfortunate reality of this too, Hyper, of what you just said, the irony of that statement is so far at this point in time on this point, LAG has been seemingly doing the best so far, yet still they haven't really been able to fully hold on a point, not without a man like DeGraw just sort of being a menace and getting that last laugh, getting those last few seconds of scraps. They're not laying anybody enjoy anything at all at this point in time. Kuchop will try to get kill off of spawns, but Penguin, at least he's doing a decent job holding his own. He'll go ahead and acclimate himself onto the point. Top server control is present. So with that being said, Manitoba is kind of pushed back in the garage for quite some time. But Jordan Grow, I mean, my goodness gracious, Hyper, Manitoba, their coordination, their mechanics. When one door shuts, they make sure to yank another open and make these breaks so possible.
They really do. They really try and make sure that there's nothing that lag can do and not allow any excuse of any player to get on point, because when that one person does, they still have someone else ready to fire from the sidelines. Messi unable to find the player, and somehow Jindago is going to get the flick. And just when everything is looking good for lag, when you find some rhythm, guess who's coming back? It's Tommy.
I was saying earlier, Hyper, these little mistakes are adding up to be huge things. You can kind of already see that lag is seemingly a little checked out there. MWIII had a clear path of view onto Manitoba. The guy that was sitting and contesting on the point, he kind of ran right over him with his feet anyway. And you can kind of tell, like, that's not really normal. I mean, we've seen the MWIII play before, and he's known to go on some streaks and pull his own weight. But when you fall into really, really silly mistakes like that, it's not only a telltale sign of the fact that, I mean, perhaps the boys in purple are checked out, but also that it could be a really dangerous indicator to see where mentally this team can be for the rest of this series.
I don't want to think that far. I made a call before where I said 100-point club was possible, and honestly, I'm looking at this, and again, that possibility is still there. LAG in danger of having that membership approved, and you don't want that membership. So getting on to P2, Messi has got to hold it, and every time he gets on that point, guess what? It's Tommy to be the returning factor, to say, no, we're not even allowing you any ounce here. No point is gonna be yours. And P3 is about to come up. This is your best opportunity to really lock down the point. But Jindago, again, it keeps coming alive, keeps getting involved. And guess who's coming from the sideline? Tommy's here to play.
Tommy is here to play. And again, lag has had the spawns in their favor, Hyper, but Manitoba keep persisting. They're able to see a situation in which they have to put in some hard work to get the best out of the situation, and they do it. They do it well. The boys in yellow are on a spree right now, but for only so much time, as Nova will take advantage from back tunnel. You'll stop the bleeding for quite some time, and ladies and gentlemen, lag has revoked their membership to the 100-point club, and they will continue on parading through in what could possibly be the greatest comeback we see in the CRL, but that's just a dream. A dream that is so far still in the minds of the boys in purple. As shots will be returned, that setup is there for Manitoba. On to the next point. It's going to take a miracle, Hyper.
You might have got to starting using different strategies if you want to break that point. The normal methods are not working. Start taking the water route. Start trying different angles, different plays. You've got to get creative if you're lagged, and they're still feeding it through the same way. They're going through lights, they're going through mid-steps, they're going through the same ways, and Manitoba are just farming them, like putting fruit in a blender, making a smoothie out of lag, and there's nothing that they can do, because Tommy is on point, and he is still causing chaos.
Tommy, an animal right now, just puncturing the wound, pushing that knife into the backs of the boys in purple ever so far, to the point where they've just had enough, and they will keep on going. A couple more seconds left. The rotation will go on over to the next point, and the setup is there, Hyper, but then again, Manitoba has proven strong. LAG cannot do it again. They cannot let any time be taken here. But unfortunately for Manitoba, all they really have to do is breathe on it for quite some time, and that'll close out map number 1.
A single breath is all they need, and there's Jindago, and there's Ares right there waiting, able to deny the push. There is still time, there's still hope, and lag is using every ounce of hope they've got available. The point finally turns yellow. Gucci Pop is on there. He's ready. He gets taken out. Messi's now on the point, trying to keep this all alive. And Manitoba resetting, getting prepared for their final assault. but it's being denied, and Lag have found some rhythm.
Manitoba was able to get 3 seconds off of that point. And the good thing for a lag is the fact that the P1 is right across the street. But the question is, can DeGraw stop that from happening? And he does it. He does it well. 2 Ps for him, followed by 1 by Jarden Grow. The feed is still continuing to turn yellow. The anticipation is there. The nerves are rising now more than ever. The floodgates of hell have opened, and purple has arrived, but Coochie Pop will continue and get a 2-piece to his own friends. Spicy Penguin as well, putting him to rest. Lag will continue to persist, but not before the damage has been done. Only 1 left alive in this spawn. Coochie Pop will have to be the difference factor, but he'll opt to just chill out for quite some time. Let the water settle, and then go through the group push. But Spicy Penguin says, get the hell out of there. Back to the respawn screens you go. Do not be a headache, because I'll take you out. And take you out in style. It's a 2-piece for him. Lag will live to see another gay. And at that, the cruise still hasn't even hit Hyper.
And what's even more brilliant, they've already got themselves prepared onto P2. Messi just hovering around the area. Now Nova's coming in to be the backup. 2 trophies on point, but Coochie's come in. He's saying, no, he's opened up the floodgates, and that was all they needed. Manitoba finally brings the game to rest, and it took a hot minute and a lot of time given to Lag.
I was saying, I gotta give it to Lag. I thought it was gonna be, honestly, not much more than maybe 2 rotations at that, and that was gonna end the whole game. Maybe even 2.5, 3 rotations. But between P4 and
gonna show at its best. But I tell you what, we can talk all the talk, but let's get into the game indeed, as it will be Manitoba starting off with the attack and Lag going for the defense. And straight off the back, you can see the bomb going down south in a very aggressive position from Lag. They want to get this game over and done with. They're coming with vengeance. They found some rhythm. Jindago getting the first. Look at Zeres. Just waiting patiently.
DeGraw is as well, but I don't know if he can spot from behind. Nova trying to make a wrap, and he does with a headshot at that. Got a sting if you're Nova, taking all that time to go through mid-map and get that wrap, but Zeres himself is also taking a wrap towards the top third. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get spotted out from there, but he is, and he'll take a Coochie Pop, and in addition to that, Jardinago would also take out 1 as well. So now Zeres, well, he was left alive in a 1v2 situation, left to possibly clutch up as an ace. Bomb has been planted at that, so he's got a lot to play with here in terms of time, Hyper, but time is of the essence.
30 seconds left. Here. It's a bit of a difficult situation.
Oh my gosh, he's right next to him.
They are just creeping around. Soon as the gun is fired, DeGraw just saw. He sees where he is. He's trying to hit the shots. They're not connecting. 17 seconds left. It's not going to be much that he can do. So Zeres has to be really tactical about this. Not much he can do when you're out in the open. Manitoba says thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ask me, Zeres want to clutch that up. He had to kill DeGraw on top AC. It's honestly one of the only ways he could have done it. And COD timing is going to take the best of Zeres at that. He's not able to do much. Wasn't really given much to play with anyway either. I mean, top bridge control, not top bridge heady, like nothing else you can really do at that point in time. So you got to give him that bravo at least for taking 2 off the board throughout that round. Unfortunately, though, that it's going to, end his streak at that. So only 2 kills, though. You could get back that streak in a matter of 2 rounds, so at least he's got that going for himself. But if you're asking me, Hyper, I think Lag needs to really take care of Jarden Grow first, if they can get away with that, because he seems to be the difference maker right now in this search.
Agreed indeed. There he is.
Oh, there it is.
Free kill. That's going to be helpful indeed. Coochie Pop does retaliate and says no thank you, but look at Tommy being a menace as he was on hardpoint. Finds 1. He's got for a second, he's got information. He knows he's not inside the bus, but where inside the bus and just from the back? How did Tommy win that? He's still going, still kicking and screaming. Finally will fall for Nova. 1v2, Double Chow comes in, and Manitoba. What was that play?
Lag's gotta be feeling all types of angry right now. I mean, my goodness gracious, that was grim, cold-blooded murder. 1v1, the MCW versus the Renetti, and he wins that? I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. This is Call of Duty after all, but that's gotta it's got to lower some team morale at that. It's a tough outcome to say the least. But again, not losing all my faith in LAG at all because they have plays. They're able to get kills and put some on the board for sure. It's all about connecting
Easy.
those dots.
Easily LAG can pull something out the bag, but much like before, much like we see with especially a lot even the actual professional teams or the leagues that we usually commentate as well, it takes a hot minute to find the rhythm, find that adjustment, and once they get going, they hop on the train, and next stop is to victory, and that's exactly what LAG need to find.
There you
They
go.
tie it up 3-3. Bomb going down to B, gonna get planted. DeGraw still being the menace that he is.
Whoa.
And Tommy joining the wraparound.
Yeah. The Messiah did not get out with a jail out of free car for killing one of his teammates, and DeGraw made sure he knew that. Tommy as well. The bomb's going to be planted. Spicy Penguin. Now the ball is in your court, but there it is again, though. That palm heady is just so overpowered in this 1v1. There's not much he can do, and he's got to watch from behind because Tommy is waiting on the other side to put an end to this round. The shots will go through, and Manitoba will keep parading on through. 3-zip.
Manitoba are making this search and destroy look all too easy, but where have we heard that story before? We said this again on that hard point. Manitoba kicked things off, making it look easy. I'm feeling the elements of a deja vu kicking here, just on a different map and different mode. I wouldn't get too cocky if you're Manitoba.
No. Anything can happen. There's a reason why there's 6 rounds to play. LAG has learned from a multitude of mistakes that they've already played through. At least hopefully they have. And
Fingers crossed.
right off the bat, fingers crossed, exactly. Jarding Rowe is going to be the man to kill right away. Information will be given. You'd hope to get that first pick right away. And there it is. Xerxes will already allow map control over at A for the boys in purple. It's hard to mess this one up. But Tommy will be the guy that says, as long as I'm here, I'll make sure they mess it up. 2-piece to his name, the headshot for the second. My gosh. Holy moly. And the bomb wasn't even planted out of that. So now Xerxes and his teammate Nova are the last alive. But Tommy will continue to go on as a menace and get... Oh my gosh, the wall bang hyper.
Tommy is on fire. Not only does he get the tooth from one spray, he gets a stick on the nade as well. He kills him before the nade goes off. Tommy's one away from an ace here, and he would not say no because that means a cruise missile in the back pocket as well. And in doing so, now he's forced to 1v1.
Oh.
Tommy v Xerxes, both on streak, so this is huge. But Tommy's waiting. He's in position. He can't hit the shots. Quick rush, trying to get to bomb. And if Tommy knows this and does this well, he can push straight onto point. Instead, he's playing time. He's going to go for the retake.
Huge.
43 seconds on the clock now. Just listening to sound cues.
Oh, that door busting open, though.
What happened? Tommy finds the corner. Can't get the kill. They're still alive. Zeri's still there. Renetti out.
Oh my
Tommy
gosh.
gets the free. It's a full flat ace for Tommy.
Oh my gosh, Hyper. There goes the cruise missile in his back pocket. It's hard to say it, Hyper, but that was LAG's best possible scenario. And just feel it slip away from their fingertips in a matter of 15 seconds. Gotta wonder. Xerxes, the recommendation, just play time. Chawing through that window, I mean, my goodness, we know Tommy can hit those shots, but, I mean, it's hard. It's easy to say now, harder to say when you're actually in their boots with the controller in hand. But you got to give it to him for at least trying.
Absolutely. Xerxes played the risk. He knew the reward that can come off it. He had a 3 streak to his name. Yes, time is going to be of the essence, but he's also trapped. There's 3 exits out of that place, 2 of which can be held from one angle. So you have to take the pick. You have to take the chow. But this is looking all much better
there you go.
if you're LAG. And they are looking all too excited. Tommy and DeGraw left alive. DeGraw will find one.
Bro will find one. But bomb is down at the end of the day, Hyper, and that's huge news. Huge news to be heard. DeGraw will try to work himself through top red as his teammate. Tommy will work bottom. Two of the most meaningless, I don't even know if that's a word, but menacing players on the spectrum will try to get it done, but there goes LAG on the board. Finally, they're able to close that one out.
Well, they closed it out, and we've got a new word added to our dictionary. Spicy Penguin. Brilliant work. Brilliant swing to capture both. And Penguin's going to be pretty happy. It gives a little boost to the morale of LAG. You're one step closer towards winning. That winning means 5 rounds in a row. And they can give one away as well. Bring it to around 11. But we've seen, as I said, we saw this in Hardpoint. Manitoba got the lead. And then LAG just slowly came back.
We've seen crazier things, Hyper, for sure. And if we know anything about COD, is when you get a team going, it's hard to get them to stop up. Spicy Penguin will rush through mid there for a second when not much of cover on his back and gets shot, made to pay as a result. But that's okay. The Messiah and Zeres get those trades, pick up that information that was given once Penguin fell, and continue on this stalemate that we see. 2v3 situation. Xerxes will go ahead and take a Coochie Pop in the process. He takes a risk that time, Hyper, and it pays off. Because now he's on a wild goose chase. DeGraw, the last alive with the bomb being planted down, will rush through top. It's only a matter of time.
DeGraw has to take this patiently. 1v3 is not a favorable number situation, so you've got to take these picks 1v1 style. But it's hard. That bomb is so much in the open. Designed to be challenging. Finds one. Now he's got to be able to be prepared for the next. Does he know that the Messiah's just under the bridge? I don't think he knows, but that has given him an opportunity to grow. Now able to engage in another 1v1. Quick rotation out. Now going to bring him down low. There's the easy pick again.
Oh, no.
This is exactly what he needs to do. Quick bomb. Is he going to commit? No. He's not committing just yet. He doesn't have the utility. He says no. And DeGraw was piling it into the correct motions, everything going step by step. I said 1-to-1, and he kept doing it.
He kept doing it, Hyper, but you know what Xerxes did? He kept playing well consistently throughout that map. He took the risk that was well calculated and did it well enough to take out Coochie Pop. Already a huge kill to start off mid-round. He learned from his mistakes, Hyper, from Tommy. He went through, paraded through that round and said, no. I'm not letting the same thing happen to me again. I'm not letting that one performance decide my fate. And that's why LAG will continue to see another day. But the question is, how long will this day be? As that A push will go through and Nova will say, I don't know. Could be short, but on my watch might be pretty short.
Oh, the stun doesn't land. Coochie Pop able to jump in. I see what Nova was trying to do. Realistically, I would have held fire. Use a bit more time, understand the situation, but I was born Counter-Strike, so trigger discipline's more well fined. But Coochie Pop not able to get the bomb down just yet. A Spicy Penguin needs to get his rear end out of there because it got lit up.
Yep. Lit up like that. Red and fire, too. The irony of that statement at that, but Coochie Pop ever so slightly will wait for the right moment to pounce, but he thought it was, but his shots simply didn't hit. But in the meantime, Hyper, bomb is still held tightly in hand. 23 seconds left. I think Lag might be reading this push because he'll get shot from Spicy Penguin, and there goes the bomb being dropped. Tommy left to complete the impossible. The 1v3 situation, he technically still has time to plant the bomb, but from top AC, LAG will sit. The damage will be done, and they will continue on reigning the Manitoba parade.
Manitoba does have a cruise missile in the back pocket of Tommy. You can tell that Tommy didn't want to use it here, not of the round to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But you've still got the tool. You've got the power to really grasp the entirety of the round. And they're just picking their time. They're picking the point where they have that man advantage, getting the first blood. Then they will invest the cruise missile.
Well, I hope you invested soon, Hyper, because before you know it, it could very well be too late. Like I said earlier, what it seems to be, Hyper, once Lag gets going, it gets pretty darn hard to stop. Making it look at the other team's lagging by how many kills they're getting, how many plays they're making. But right now, to open things up, Tommy will say enough with the tomfoolery. Two-piece to his name. He'll keep on going. He will not stop. A menace has arisen on Karachi, and his name begins with a T. 4v1 situation. All of a sudden, what seemed to be the clutch of a lifetime has turned into Nova with his back pinned against the wall, but he's able to find one. Not the second.
Push too deep into mid. It's such an open space. You don't want to be fighting there. You want to be making sure you're inside the buildings where you have the most cover. Because you can see Coochie took 1-2 steps to the side and bang. Easy sight lines, easy work. And I know everyone hated Modern Warfare 2019 for being hidden in corners, hidden inside buildings. But that's exactly what you need to do inside the Modern Warfare games.
Especially on Search and Destroy. It's a game of strategy, like I said. I mean, you get very rarely you'll get a case like a Tommy where he can just sort of run through mid-map and get 3 kills right off the brink, but generally speaking, if you are playing for picks, it's going to reward you in the end, and Nova just got a little too cheeky there with that peek in mid-map and it made to pay, but nevertheless, this is it. The last round, and Manitoba will continue on reigning. But there goes the cruise missile. It's been invested. There will not hit anything. Tommy will be made to pay for using his cruise missile in such an obvious spot. And DeGraw will get that headshot on a Messiah in the process. Bomb still held tightly in hand, but Lag has to rotate all the way across the map to provide that support.
I tell you what, Zeres is on a stampede as he keeps on going. He's only one away from the ace, and he is wanting it badly. Spicy Penguin will take it, and it's going 5-4 in favor of Manitoba. They're on match point. The cruise missile was invested incorrectly and paid for it. LAG really do have a chance here.
They have a chance, Hyper. Everything up until this point cannot fall short of near perfection against the boys in yellow. You cannot afford to make a simple error. All those times, all those minor errors we saw on Hardpoint, no. Cannot be present here. Not a trace of it. And they've been able to do it in some rounds, but can easily feel the pressure start to succumb. And the question is, will you use that pressure as motivation, or will you succumb to it? Here we go.
The bomb's looking to go north. It's going A. And look at Zeres again. He's found the rhythm, found the quick aggressive strategy. He's going to find one. So thank you very much. And that's the start that you definitely need. And Zeres is going to do the works. And Jingaro is going, where the hell did that come from? But DeGraw, Coochie Pop, able to trade back into the favor. Now advantage Manitoba gets traded out once again, 2v2. And you've got some strong players here against, well, players that haven't necessarily been popping off. So LAG might have an opportunity, a shot. But first of all, they need to get that bomb down.
You gotta play together. More than anything, I'm getting anxiety right now. Like a nail biter right now is what we're seeing. Manitoba is spreading themselves out pretty darn well, but so is LAG. The bomb needs to get planted right now. And Spicy Penguin, don't move too much because right below you could be your fate if you're not careful. And he moved. Jordan Grow will be made to pay for that. Coochie Pop will go ahead and make that wrap. He's got plenty of time to do it, Hyper. And what a way to get yourself in the positive for this map than to clutch up that 1v2. He'll go ahead, take the position of what his teammate hoped to be sitting at that top. And Nova will not peek, but it doesn't matter because business will be taken care of. The suitcase will be closed for now, and we're looking at a round 11, Hyper.
Who would have thought at the start of this round we were getting to hear? I tell you what, Coochie Pop.
Holy.
He knew where Spicy Penguin was. The communication was there. He knew that he had to fight that position. But in doing so, costed him his life. LAG will defend. Manitoba will attack.
Oh my.
4 lives. And this will decide map 2.
Hyper, I'm not even playing. My game was yesterday, and I'm nervous. I can't even imagine the players right now going into this. And for a minute, it's gonna be pretty hectic for Lag because, well, they've allocated themselves all throughout mid-map. Meanwhile, Manitoba have stacked for hopefully an A push. And there goes the kills. Bodies will begin to drop. It's all up to 2 players. A Messiah looking to prove his username, and Xerxes as well.
Nova tried to trigger discipline. It didn't work to his favor. That's why he fell, but he was able to find Tommy, and that's why he's now gone. Bomb is down, but Cafe defense is strong. This is a hard sight to break when everyone is set in stone. The fires will go in top red.
Oh, there's a smoke.
The smoke, giving good cover, allow a good rotation. We're gonna look at Gucci. He's there, waiting by bedroom, finds one. He's got Xerxes down. He's got the menace. Now it's down to the Messiah. He has to be the Holy Lord that he is, and he's got to make us say Holy Lord. He gets a brief tag. Does he have a smoke? No, but he has a nade in hand. It's not gonna be enough, and Manitoba just clutches it and keeps the streak going.
You said Manitoba. You said Tommy. You said he was a difference maker. And you said Coochie Pop was not necessarily the player you'd want to have up against in that round 10 that we just played.
What a battle we have had for us. It is 2-0 in favor of Manitoba, but I tell you what, Lag are coming out fighting. They're not going unless they're kicking and screaming, or they're dead on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta also remember too, Hyper. They got sort of dominated from beginning through mid game at hardpoint and kind of lost many of their gunnies out of that. So with that being said, they're gonna go ahead and bite the bullet, swallow their pride, and unlike what common factor would be with a group push A as soon as possible, they're gonna employ a strategy that I really admire, and that's getting B right away to get yourself a nice 2 minutes of time, nice amount of lives to work with, and hopefully get some sort of plan going so that eventually you can attack that A site next.
And if you want to attack that A site, here comes Nerdy Hyper as he's going to explain the best way to do it. And that's simply go and rotate to their spawn. Take control of the parking lot, gas station. You've got to have control of there. Then start push south to the gas station from the and then what happens is
whoa, there you go.
Flipped above. And then in doing so, it allows an opportunity to jump on point, especially the Messiah, who's going to jump on from River.
Yeah, that COD timing's got to sting, but let me tell you something, Hyper. Lag is looking completely different in terms of gunnies and the respawn than they did in Hardpoint. It's like that search sort of woke them up a little bit. Of course, Coochie will go ahead and get that 2-piece and sort of send most of the boys in purple over to the respawn screen, but that being said, they're still up in the lives up until that point. So they've been able to hold their own, but the question is for how long can they do it? Because right now you kind of see like a little bit of a square formation that's being made from Manitoba as they're slowly pushing themselves up. But Lag, like you said earlier, Hyper, they're not going anywhere unless you drag them out kicking and screaming. And now it seems to look like the fact that they pushed themselves up so far is sort of backfiring on them.
It slightly is, because what they're taking the river route. They're not going for street control or anything like that. And now what Manitoba can do is start to go north and create a bit of a problem unless you're Xerxes. And then you're going to be creating the problem of your own. He will fall. But this is the wrong pathway. This isn't the way you're going to get the best amount of control unless you're winning these long distance, hard angled fights along that riverside.
Penguin's really gonna need to be a change maker here. Check him out. He's wrapping spawns right now, and even more so, it's all onto him because Coochie Pop and Negra just took out 2 of the boys in purple. So there it is. There's the first kill with a headshot. Check out right in front of Kara at mid-map. Spicy Penguin, no! That was your opportunity. An unfortunate Hyper. He was not able to seize it, and with 0.1 seconds left, Xerxes is right on point. But on the other side, it hits Manitoba. So with that being said, strong start to the round, just wasn't able to bring it home for the finish.
Yeah, it's just definitely not the finish they wanted. There were opportunities for sure, that being one of them that we just saw on our screen. It's unfortunate, but what can you do about it? This is, as I said, this is a bronze level, so they're not going to have the intense knowledge that we have been studying for, the way we can call it out, because it's all well and good saying, yeah, go and take the route I say, but actually executing it is so difficult. Manitoba, well, they're going to go for that A-B split. And they might force a few rotations here.
They are, and Xerxes is going to be the man to try to put a stop to it, but Tommy will go ahead and get his trade, but not Not in the hair from his chinny chin chin. The Penguin, that gunfight needed to be win to stop that cap from going on to B because the split strategy, it's in motion. And Tommy with that turn on, oh my goodness, that was disgusting. Add a second one to his plate. He's hungry, Hyper, and you can tell he is showing no side from slowing down. He doesn't need any help right now on A because he's been taking care of business, almost getting 2 ticks to his name without any help. But if Lag just keeps throwing single bodies onto the point, eventually they're just going to keep falling. So the double chow has to come in, and eventually we'll finally get Tommy off of point. For now, Hyper, the water is starting to settle. Not before the lives have already ultimately been lost. That full tick on B has been finished, and part of A sliver has still been remaining.
And that one tick on A is massively going to help. You need one good break, and there's a high chance you can win it from here. You can see LAG parking the bus. They're making sure there's nothing they can do. But guess who's getting aggressive again? It's Tommy. He's on point, and he's now ready, prepared to start the onslaught like he did before. But Zeres, we know what he can do. He won't get the kill. It's his teammate Nova. And just when we got all excited, Manitoba gets wiped. And LAG, they need to not park the bus. They need to go to the next stop and get a little bit more there.
Yeah, that was huge for Messiah. The control of that tank from mid was huge for him to win, and he wasn't able to. Not only because, obviously, the floodgates have opened, but be able to get at least 1-2 picks there, the lives wouldn't be as ugly as they're starting to look right now, and Tommy will get things going through carpets. DeGraw will have Jarden Grows back, as he'll go ahead and put a nail in the coffin for Xerxes, but that being said, Hyper, the water again has started to settle, but Manitoba, they're looking to rough it up in quite some time here as they're all evenly distributed around the map. Got 53 seconds of time to play with. It's all going to boil down to this.
It really is, because every time LAG tries to push themselves forward, Manitoba are just there to stop any form of spawn trap, any form of high progression, high aggression. And this is what you want to see if you're attacking. You want to make sure that they are stuck inside their spawns. They do need to force a spawn flip to go north. They found a Jindago onto point. Clock has been stopped. 27 seconds left, but there's only one on point. So it's slow progression. Finally gets taken off. Jindago back on point again. Tommy on the outside. He might join onto point. Start speeding things up. Progression done. The Messiah has to get praising. He has to pray. His prayers have not been answered. 23 seconds. He's off point. Spicy Penguin is left to fight. But Tommy, he knows he can't stay on point because of the danger. So he's hopping on, off, on. He's on the point now. Keeping things alive. Is there hope? The little sliver left. It's gonna be enough. Manitoba brings it to round 3.
1 round left, and we see a sweep on our hands, Hyper. All of the effort, the round 11 force from Lag could fade away in a moment's time.
One moment. It's all it takes. One great defense from Manitoba as well could make and break. If they go and start spawn trapping, that's game over for LAG. But this game is far from over. It takes time for LAG to find their rhythm. So who knows? They could come in and win this attack.
Oh, 100% Hyper. They're going to opt for the same strategy that helped them last time. Let's go ahead and get through B. Xerxes will be chased through from DVD. This is a huge gunfight for you to win because you get that control of the DVD and he wins it. And what other win to be had than against Tommy? Got to feel good at least knowing that he's got to be out of your head for a little bit of time. DeGraw will also fall at that. Jarden will try his hand and eventually the pinch will go through, but not before Tommy will get slain. Headshot at that once again. Lag will be able to get that B tick. And all those extracurricular activities that ensued will be worth the time because Lag aced that point. And Jarden, not able to find the second on a Spicy. The floodgates have been opened. Spicy, alongside of Nova, will try to make something going. Try to spark a spark of life for Lag. And there it is. That kill onto tank is a great way to get the pendulum moving.
I think Nova's been listening to the stream because he's employing exactly what I said on the very start. Go high, take control of take control of their spawns, and in doing so, you can see now there's a panic with Manitoba because they're looking in 2 directions. 2 are going to go on point for LAG, and the clock stops And the progression keeps going. Kuchi is going to be left alive to try and get this
Oh.
done. They will be successful. Manitoba successfully pinches and takes LAG off. And now they've got to start running up, try and deny the progression from LAG. The slow peak isn't going to work. Tommy finds 2, looking for 3. He'll get taken, but DeGraw will get it from afar.
MWIII just barely able to crawl out of that gunfight. Could have very well been a third on the end of the barrel of the smirking, smoking Tommy gun there. Scoochie Pop will go ahead and pick up what was left behind in those spawns. Nova will put an end to Tommy running straight through spawns, and Lag, they have plenty of time to work with Hyper. So long as we allow Nova to still sit as a menace into those spawns and MWIII to hold his hand with them, they're able to get something going. But nevertheless, Jordan might be able to get him out, but that's going to be 3 off for Manitoba, but 2 off at the same time for Lag. So this hold can go any way, but Xerxes will look to try to get that time going.
Yeah, and he's got the reinforcements to back him up, ready and prepared, but they need to make sure they don't cross onto point. Tommy's going to get there, though. And Tommy, being the menace that he is, and Spicy Penguin, that was a rush that was not going to work. The MWIII trying to do his last prayers. It's not going to work as well. 28 seconds. They'll have one last attempt, and it's going to be rushed. Not as methodical as their last pushes, but they still have one last chance.
And one last chance at that, but that first kill onto Spicy is not the way to do it. The double child will try to go through, but Nova will win anyway. Meanwhile, extracurriculars yet again. Tommy and DeGraw will go ahead and clean up shop. Nova is going to be made humiliated as he's smacked right upside the face, and Manitoba will look to complete the sweep. And what a way to do it. A slap in the face, a kill from mid-map. Manitoba will continue to reign on undefeated. LAG, they've lost their first one.
Not the way to do it. It's not the scenario they want to see, but 3-0 is a 3-0.